I'm here today to see this synthesizer stroke restaurant, and they gave me a call. They said there's something wrong. I need to go in there, check it out and see if I can help. Let's go in there and see how we're going to get on. Just try and open this door. Oh, it's a push one. Yeah, now. Look at this. Appalling. We've got food hygiene rating of 0. This place really needs some help. Nobody around. Hello? God, I'm hungry. Well, this seems to be the synthesizer stroke restaurant that I need to investigate. Oi, get out! Come here, you off, Chef Ramsay.
Sorry about that. My name is Kingsley Amos, and welcome to Vintage Keys Studio. Today, I was hoping to do a grand introduction to this, but I suppose I could still do that now. I just feel a little bit put upon. So just give me a second. Right. So, the other day, a kindly gentleman gave me a couple of old Soviet and Russian keyboards. One of them was a Soviet vocoder, which I've yet to fix up. But he gave me this keyboard or synthesizer called a Kvintet. I think the translation of this writing here is Quintet Electrical Musical Instrument. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this was made in, I think, around 1982-ish in the USSR. And it looks very matter of fact and like a kind of a piece of scientific equipment. I'm not sure exactly who made it. I've seen various things on the internet about, you know, the designers of it all and stuff, and I think it was definitely designed by the same chap who designed the Polyvox synthesizer, spelled Polyvoks, which is quite a sought after synth apparently, which I quite like. I quite like one. This thing, as you can see, it's all written in Russian, and I did actually cheat and use a bit of modern day scanning and finding out what all the words meant. So, but basically I'll just go through it. So what you've got here is, this is the main volume. This is the release control for the envelope. This is a sort of a timbre kind of almost like a resonance cutoff thing for the brass sound. Then you've got these different keys here. You've got this key, which is for the brassy thing that will affect the sound if you turn that. And you've got this one, which is a straightforward tone, I think, if I just play a little bit. So you've got that one there, and then you've got a slightly more sort of like notch filtered version of that, and then a very kind of trebly version of that. Then you have this button here, which adds in chorus. And that button over that control there, which increases the amount of chorus you have. It's very similar to the practical electronics synthesizer that I've got. That was a kit. It sounds like bucket brigade delay chips. And then you also have vibrato rate there, and vibrato depth, and also vibrato delay. So you can have it just set on a sound. Put the vibrato depth up there. You can hear it. And then it's got a pedal with it, which is rather nice. It seems to have a delay between. I think that might actually be mechanical. I don't think that's something going on inside the keyboard. I think it's because it's got a piece of cotton wrapped around a rubber stopper thing stuck on the end of a pot, and it's kind of slipping a bit. But oh, you can hear the vibrato delay there. Yeah, so this is connected up with a 5-pin DIN connector, this pedal. And it's got, on the back, it's got a tuning pot there, which is overall tuning for the whole thing. And then that's the connector for the pedal. You've got the jack output there, and there's also a phones output there as well. And obviously that's these on-off switch and a fuse, and the power, which is an old-fashioned, I don't know if it's old, well, it looks quite old-fashioned to me, but it's like a standard Eastern sort of plug. It comes in a nice blue case. So let me just put if you look at this little piece of video filmed earlier on, you can see me dismantling it. And the lovely thing is when you open it up, you've got these two little lunch boxes inside. And you've also got this, what is this? This is the music stand comes inside it. So that will go into here. You can put on your favourite roll out the barrel, or whatever it is you want to read there. Oh, what was that song in that Optigan one that goes, I'm worried now, Worried Man Blues. You could put Worried Man Blues on there. So this is where the pedal was kept, in here. And this one, interestingly, I think this may have been a reason why we had a visit from Chef Ramsay, because this one is not only a synthesizer, it's also a small restaurant. And inside here, we have some sandwiches. We have like cheese. Each time you open it up, there's usually a different sandwich inside. Yes, that's true. I won't have it now, because it'll take too long. You can also see in here a packet of little glass things. Let me show you these. Now these are reed switches. And I had to get some of these because when I first got the organ the other day, one of the notes was stuck on and two didn't work at all. And I opened the whole thing up. It took quite a while. There's quite a few screws in it. And you'll see a photo now of the underside of the keyboard contact area. And I was looking at it for a while thinking, what on earth is that? And they had these little glass things in. And then I saw underneath all of the keyboard keys, there are little black rectangles with N written on them. And for a while I was thinking, oh, it must be some sort of pad. But then I thought, oh no, that would be magnets. So there's magnets under every single key. And what happens is the magnet comes down on top of one of these little glass reed switches, and it switches on. So every time you bring the magnet, so it's like a relay. Every time you bring the magnet down, the switch comes together, and then you take the magnet away, and it goes away, and the switch switches off. So that's a really ingenious design for a keyboard. The only downside of that is that if you happen to be playing it quite ferociously, or smash the keyboard in annoyance or frustration, you run the risk of smashing the glass inside, which I think has happened with this. But the good thing about this thing, even with it, if I just switch it off for a second, you should be able to hear the sound of the key bed itself. It reminds me of a Bontempi organ, of which I have two, and I've done a video on that. And if you shake it around, when I first got it, I thought, has it just got a reverb spring in it? Because it's really like, you know, metally and shaky, but it's not. This is the keyboard, the key bed. So it's, I suppose, quite a cheap keyboard, but it's actually a really nice synthesizer. So let me give you, I think that's probably enough talking for this now, because I'm quite still quite upset after that intrusion earlier. So what I'll do is I'll just play some music and see how it goes. Starting with the straightforward tone without any messing about, which is basically that one there. That I don't know what that says there, but let's just put this. By the way, if anybody else has any further information on this, let me know and write in the comments, and that, because that's quite useful. Be nice to have a schematic for this actually as well. Although I mean, it looks all very. Actually, is it? I'm wondering if there is ICs inside. I can't remember now. I think it may have all been transistors. But anyway. Quite good for rude film from the 70s. Joy Division used one of these, probably not. In fact, probably definitely not, because this was made after they changed into New Order. The fun one, which is this one. So let's just put that on. You can do some Wendy Carlos on this. Anyway, that's sort of it really for this. But I think it's a great keyboard. It's one of my favourites to sit and play. That was actually Sibelius, that piece of music. It wasn't. It was a version that Wendy Carlos did for The Shining, which was never actually used. Yeah, if you can find the Wendy Carlos Shining original score, it's great. Some of it sounds like that. She used a thing that she made called a Circon that Bob Moog helped to create, and I want to make one day. Anyway, this is the Kvintet, or Quintet, electronic music instrument from 1982. I think it cost 580 rubles, because that's what it's printed on the back, it says that. After a bit of a fix-up with some bits of glass, it seems to work quite nicely, and it's a welcome addition to the studio. We've had a few new donations recently from our YouTube subscribers have been very generous and donated a few more things. I think because they want to see some more keyboards being done. But yeah, if you've got any old stuff in the attic or in the studio that's in the corner and it doesn't work, or you don't use it, and you just can't bring yourself to mess about trying to sell it and then have all the problems of someone going, oh, you didn't describe it right and it doesn't work, and they send it back. Oh, it's happened to me loads of times. And you think, well, I may as well just keep it then, and it's in the way. Give it to us. I'll fix it up and feature it on here. Obviously, if I ever sell it for £1 million, I'll give you the money. But yeah, that's a good plan. That seems to work quite well. Other news, I've had a couple of records made of a couple of my albums, which you may be interested in looking at. One of them's the TV themes one, the children's TV themes one, and there's a new album. Well, it's not a new album; it's nearly 20 years old now. But it's an album I did called Music for Department Stores, which I did about 2006, and that's coming out on LP this month, I think. February 2025, and you can find links all over the place from the YouTube thing. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful quintet or whatever it is, and I will see you very shortly with another interesting find in deepest, darkest Hampshire, UK. So take care and